Welcome to Benidorm town during the red alert for extreme weather. What is actually going on? Is it as bad as we thought it will be? Let's go and discover it. This will shock you. Yesterday in the evening, we were surprised by emails and phone messages from the school and from the local authorities that were alerting all the population in the Valencian community. The Valencian government has decreed the emergency plan due to meteorological phenomena and risk of heavy rainfall on the northern coast of Alicante, including our municipality of Benidorm town. Plus, given the high risk of flooding, the Benidorm City Council has decreed the total suspension of classes, at least today, Tuesday, March the 4th, in all educational centers. All the outdoor activities are suspended too. The closure of traffic in the vicinity of areas that might be easily flooded. Unnecessary travel should be avoided. Maximum caution is requested when traveling and driving. And these instructions are supposed to be maintained until the end of the emergency situation. So we do not know if it's going to be just for today or if it's going to be today or tomorrow. However, we will see how it goes. So all the children are at home. People are supposed not to travel if it's not necessary strictly. But as you can see, Benidorm town is like nothing happens. Like we're not in an emergency alert, like we're not in a red alert. It's a normal, typical, very busy actually day in Benidorm town, which is surprising. We definitely see a lot of people having a lovely walk. All the shops are open with things on the outside. Some businesses are closed forever, others just for the summer season. All the cafeterias, bars and terraces have tables and chairs on the terrace on the open air. Some have prepared to put them slightly closer to the wall, but others did not. There is a red flag though. This is the only thing we can see so far. There is a red flag on the beach here, which means it's strictly forbidden to go inside of the water. And you need to be cautious right next to the sea. Several red flags actually, wow. However, you can see that there's a lot of people. There's quite a lot of people. We are in March, obviously. March started, so technically it's springtime already in Spain, which is why in spring it is kind of common to have a week or around 10 days of rain, after which the good weather comes back. Usually it's in April, which is why we say April thousands of waters, which means that it's raining quite a lot in this month. But this year it came early, it came beginning of March. So we will see how it goes. Quite a few people here on the beach though. This doesn't look like a red emergency alert at all. Honestly, I do feel like this is more a precaution because it is true that in some parts of our region it is raining quite a lot. Yesterday in the area of Castellón it was raining quite hard, and today it's even stronger. So there are some parts that it's true that there is a lot of water pouring, literally. There's the strongest wind. It is difficult to pass, so obviously it might be dangerous, which is one of the main reasons why they've probably issued the alert to avoid problems and unnecessary issues afterwards. It's better to be cautious, as they say here in Spain, than to cure it afterwards. The schools were suspended, everything was suspended. They're saying, the government is saying to be extra cautious and not to go to the places that could easily get flooded. But Benidorm doesn't seem to be bothered about it at all. And there is as many people as there usually is in our region. Maybe even slightly more than usual. People are having a calm walk by the beach. There are some waves and there is some wind too. It's not like it's a perfect summer day. However, it is true that people are able to enjoy it, which is what I know a lot of you guys who are coming right now on holidays were worried. But today is kind of a good day. And look at that. All these small buildings, apart hotels have full terraces. People have rented them out and enjoying their day on the terrace. The businesses are open, everything is available, nothing closed down. Honestly, it might be the case that the rain is coming to our region and it might be here by this night or this evening, which is why, just due to precaution, they put the alert already from right now. All the sad situation, the catastrophe that happened in Valencia region, people have learned from it, it seems, and to avoid issues and disasters like the ones that happened already. Once they know it might be pouring rain, they issue an alert, just in case, to be safe. Nearby businesses, you can see some prices here for toast, croissants, coffee, just a usual espresso, $2 something. Wow, when did the coffee get that expensive? $2.20 for an espresso. Wow. There are still, though, places and bars, local, like typical places where locals go, not tourists, where you can get a coffee for €1 or like a cappuccino for $1.20. There are places like these. So it doesn't mean you need to pay such a high price. By the way, these giant iPads right here, I tried to touch it, but it's not working. It's just like a screen showing the hour and the day. That's that. Red flag here once again on the corner of the old town and the end of the Levante beach. Still, though, people enjoying their day. Yes, the waves are slightly stronger than they usually are, but people are having a good time. There's even slippers back again, sandals, shorts and t-shirts and summer dresses and skirts. All of that is still present, even though it kind of looks like we went back into winter, but it's not unpleasant to be outside. The old town, the tapas alley right in front of us. And on the left side is a straight road. Oh, there's a lot of people here. Straight road to get towards the old town of Benidorm. This is one of the older roads, and this one is wheelchair accessible and also accessible with buggies or mobility scooters, just in case you need it. Here on the left side, there's also some night pubs, La Posada, disco pub, and then you have another one which is Porto. Oh my goodness, what is going on? Okay, so they're training basically here. And the Portobello nightclub also here on the left side. Two good places, quite recommended if you want to go like to a nightclub here in the area with some nice views as well. And now they're all going back, training back and forth. Wow, there are actually a lot of groups like this in sports teams here right now. Devora restaurant, an incredible place. This is one of the top places, situated right here by the church. It's inside of the Hotel Canfali from our age group. Here you have the down the hill road towards the tapas alley directly. So it's a part of this hotel here. Loveliest restaurant, quite fancy, stunning views of the sea. Really recommended if you want to have a special celebration, by the way. Definitely, and some great food options too. Not too pricey either. Here we have the better view from one of the viewpoints here in the old town. The terrace of the restaurant, Devora, and the stunning view. You can see that the clouds are coming here quite quick. It is not speeded up. Clouds are just moving that fast. There's teams right there also on the beach having a run. And inside, there is like a specific spot marker, but it's on its own. There's no person inside, it seems. You know, when someone is scuba diving or snorkeling, they usually put these things to alert boats that there is a person there. But it's on its own. How strange. Look at that. And it's a red flag. No one should be there. That is interesting. Do you think it was just left behind there? From here, we're heading towards the top of the old town, the Castle Viewpoint. One of the most emblematic places that you can find in Benidorm town. And it also appears on the numerous postcards. On the left, we have the only 5-star hotel in Benidorm city as it is in the old town. which is Hotel Via Venezia. They do have an incredible restaurant, by the way, Yum de Mar it's called, which is this terrace, and then on the inside with stunning sea views too. Two top restaurants recommended in our area if you have something to celebrate. And then we have all this part of the old town. Look at that. Full, absolutely full terraces. A lot of people having a walk. Wow, it definitely feels like we already started spring here. It feels like we're heading towards the summer season back again. And even if we are in a red alert right now, people seem not to see it as much or not have read it probably in the news. Obviously, when you are a tourist, you don't receive alerts, you're not in local groups, you don't know unless someone tells you what's going on. But people seem not to know anything about it. They're just having a lovely day on the outside. There's no notifications anywhere. And obviously, you can see what the weather is looking like. It is cloudy, that's true. There is some wind, there's also true. It might be raining, yes. In the interior and in Castellón, in Valencia, it is raining very, very hard right now. So it's difficult to drive even, which is why I guess the alert was issued, and for our region too. But the thing is that we are really, really protected by the mountains, which is one of the best parts of coming to Benidorm. Look at the seagulls. Even the seagulls are right here, sitting calmly, flying around, and screaming as they usually do. Screaming seagulls is also a must-see in Benidorm's old town. People are enjoying themselves, even going towards the bottom viewpoint. There is no giant wind, giant waves here. It all goes slow. There's even a tiniest bit of sunshine every now and then. Look at that. So far, it was not as bad as we expected it to be. Even though the alert is actually issued and it will be here probably at least today and tomorrow. In general, all this week, we are kind of cautious with it because you never know. It will still be raining probably, but so far, we have been really, really lucky. Yesterday it was pouring rain on the interior parts and slightly up north, but here it wasn't even raining. Glorious, gorgeous town on the Mediterranean Sea where locals and tourists can enjoy it. Even right now, look at this. There's 3-4 flags on this beach of Malpaz here in the old town. And even so, there are people on the beach playing with the sand, with kids, enjoying just laying down and looking towards the horizon or the old town. There are also some street artists, not a lot, just one of them, doing lovely portraits or pictures for those who want to remember their holidays here in Benidorm. All this area, the port of Benidorm, the Poniente Beach, everything looks quite all right without major. Okay, we start seeing some changes for the alert. They're making pictures to show that they actually have closed it, probably, just in case. My hubby is asking right now, why did they close it? Is it for refurbishment works or like building works, or is it for a red alert? And they said it's for a red alert. They're closing all the parks today and tomorrow for the alert to make sure that no branches or leaves or something heavy will not fall down on people's heads. So that's much appreciated. But everything, all the parks, I wonder if they've closed down the Dove Park. We'll probably head there right now and check it out with you guys directly since we're here already. But this is how they close it. I wish they would put some more indications on why it is closed. Because this is kind of, oh, well, they're doing some building works. It's nothing major, you know. But if they would put like information somewhere, stick to this one, showing that it's red alert, do not cross. Maybe people would get slightly more sense of it and would not go to the square. Because a lot of the times this happens. People just don't care that there are signs like these, or stripes like these, better to say. Sherry's bar here, busy as usual. People are having some nice snacks. Someone's having lunch already, although for us locals, it's still too early. Mojito bar as well. On the small beach, it's called Playa Pequeña. It's a small beach. Quite a lot of people here too, grabbing drinks and snacks. And we're heading towards the bottom, towards the Dove Park. Right here on the entrance towards the old town, from the bottom part of it, we can see it is still very, very busy. There's a lot of people. The wind is getting slightly stronger. That's the only thing that we can feel right now, that we can definitely tell you. And okay, look at that. That is interesting. The Dove Park is cut for traffic. So there is lines showing that you should not pass to this area. But people just don't care. Look at that. People are just inside, literally, with the doves. People are walking past. They're just crossing it like nothing happened. I mean, I get it. There is not such a strongest wind right now, so it's kind of safe to walk. It's like a usual day. But I suppose whenever there's going to be a really, really strong wind, people will just agree with it and will not go there. But look at that. The promenade is full. It's like there's no signs that you shouldn't pass. But that is because there is no clear indications on why you shouldn't pass. Look at that. If there would be, probably people wouldn't go. It's so full. And nearby, we have a lovely group of local pensioners, and not only pensioners, who are singing traditional Spanish songs. AKA, by the way, people think these are only religious songs, but it's not the case at all. These are just typical traditional Spanish songs. And almost every single day, they are here. The wind is getting slightly stronger, and as you can see here, the Dove Park as well is closed, but people seem not to care much about it, honestly. They're still passing by, don't care. The wind is not too strong either, so obviously kind of feels like it's all right. Nothing bad might happen. But there's police officers, there's people here trying to let people know that it might be dangerous and that the situation might change any second. So far, it's not too bad. We'll see how it goes. We will keep you informed. But definitely this week up until this weekend, so 5 more days, will be quite unstable in our region. We'll keep you updated. Thank you for accompanying us on today's short walk down Benidorm during the red alert. We'll see you then. Bye, team.